21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student-athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or roll. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
And hello, everybody, and a good afternoon wherever you may be as we have reached the broadcast hour start time of 3:45 Central Time, 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time for Roosevelt University softball. It'll be Roosevelt against Thomas More's Saints, and the game will be starting just a tad late, not too much. There was a prior game at the venue before this one, and that game went a little bit long, and so this game will get underway, I'm going to guess, maximum 10 minutes late, so it should not be long. So we'll be back shortly with our conventional broadcast, as it'll be Roosevelt against Thomas More from the Space Coast Complex, the USSSA Space Coast Complex in Melbourne, Florida. So we'll be back when the two coaches come to the field. As a matter of fact, we haven't seen an umpiring crew as of yet, which obviously is necessary for the game. So once the two coaches come out to the home plate area to exchange the lineups, then we'll come back on the air. In the meantime, you'll hear the ambient sound from the ballpark in Florida, and hopefully we'll be back shortly with softball this afternoon between Roosevelt and Thomas More. So we thank your patience, and we will be with you again shortly when the game is about to begin.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student-athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/olderadults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
And hello again, everybody. And just as we come back on the air with an update, it appears as if the umpiring crew has arrived. As we see them on our video stream, as we look in from the suburbs of Chicago at the stream from Florida, the umpires have been now strolling across the field. So we should have the start of the game here momentarily. So first pitch should be imminent between Roosevelt and Thomas More. So we will step aside once again. We thank you for your patience. As the old broadcast saying goes, these are circumstances beyond our control, quite literally on this one. So we await the start of the ball game. And again, when the umpires head to home plate, they went in and out of frame as they walked across the field just a few seconds ago. So once we see the umpires and the coaches exchanging the starting lineup cards at home plate, we will return and we will bring you softball today, Roosevelt against Thomas More. So again, thanks for your patience, and we will be back with you shortly, hopefully, for the first pitch of today's game, Roosevelt against Thomas More.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
The following is a presentation of Roosevelt University Lakers Athletics. This is Roosevelt University Lakers softball. From the FP Stadium at the USSSA Space Coast Complex in Melbourne, Florida, this afternoon, it's Roosevelt University softball. Today, the Roosevelt University Lakers continuing their week-long schedule at the USSSA Space Coast Games event. Final day for the Lakers in the Sunshine State. First of two on the way between the Roosevelt University Lakers and the Thomas More Saints. Lakers will play another game later on this evening that hopefully we'll be able to call. I'll try to explain that as we go along. They'll be playing the Tiffin Dragons, and then the Lakers will head back home tomorrow and return for a non-conference matchup a week from Wednesday against St. Francis, and then on to the GLIAC schedule here in 2025. Hi again, everybody, and good afternoon. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Great to have you along with us here. Full disclosure, we are holding forth here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. Split feed as we have been working all week as we've been calling off of the supplied video stream from Melbourne, Florida. And for the most part, it has worked out very, very well indeed, as today it is Roosevelt against Thomas More. Lakers have won 5 of their first 8 games in this tournament with 2 to go. Lakers wound up splitting a pair yesterday after they swept games on Tuesday. Lakers had games on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday off. They actually swept games on Thursday. Split yesterday, and now they play Thomas More here today, and then they will be playing Tiffin later on this evening. Thomas More coming in at 4-4 overall on the year. This is going to be their first game of the spring games event for Thomas More. So kind of an overlap here. One team about to close it out, another team starting their journey through the Space Coast Games event. And it'll be Kylie Ropp in the circle to start the game for Thomas More. The Lakers will be the visiting team in this game. And again, Kylie Ropp in the circle. Ropp is a 5'3" sophomore from Bellefontaine, Ohio. And so one final meeting here before the game begins. One final meeting of the St. Thomas More Saints in the pitcher's circle. And we're about ready to go. It'll be as per usual. Ella Dvorak leading it off for the Lakers. So the Lakers, the visiting team in this first game of the day, and Ella stands in. Left-handed batter awaits, and we are about to get underway. Here's the wind, and the first pitch coming in, and that'll be down and away. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Well, the camera angle that we are calling this game through is a little bit different than the previous games, which have had behind-the-plate cameras. This camera is set a little bit off to the third base side, swinging a pop foul left side out of play. So a ball and a strike now to Ella Dvorak. So the umpire actually is kind of out of frame. So we're going to do our best here to keep track of the count. Fortunately, it appears as if there's an operational scoreboard that'll help us out there as the 2-0 pitch will miss outside. 2-0 is on the board. And we'll see if they are, in fact, operating the scoreboard. We're gonna have to keep real close track of the count, it looks like, during this broadcast. There's a ball high. Lakers, as we said, have won 5 of their first 8 games in Florida. Here's the wind now, and the pitch. It'll be taken for a strike. So I believe now it'll make it 3-2 here for Ella Dvorak. Just underway from Melbourne, Florida. 78 degrees the game time temperature. Swinging a 2-hopper, gloved at third base. And the throw to first base in time for the out. 1 away in the inning here for the Lakers, as Ella Dvorak retired in a 5-3 putout. And now that'll bring to the plate Athena Pomeli-Penn. So Kylie Ropp able to retire the first batter she faces. Pamela Penn, right-handed batter, standing in. First pitch here, and that'll be in for a strike. Letter high 0-1 to Pamela Penn. Kylie Ropp, a 3-1 record, a 3.50 ERA, 28 innings pitched so far this year. Here comes the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side and gloved it short. Throw to first base and 2 away here for the Lakers in the first inning. So 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring to the plate Kendall Pearson. And she swings at the first pitch and grounds it to second base. Scooped up there. Quick 4-3 put out, 3 ground outs as the Lakers are retired in short order here in the top of the first inning. So in the inning for the Lakers, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's Roosevelt nothing and Thomas Moore coming to bat. Your tune to Roosevelt University softball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third generation.
All right, welcome back here to our broadcast here on this Saturday afternoon as the Roosevelt Lakers heading down to the bottom half of the first inning as they are facing Thomas More. And we're going to pause, take a quick break as we've just had a little bit of a technical issue. We'll be right back after a break.
Race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life...
All right, we continue to scramble here a little bit as we had a brief loss of signal and we've had a loss of audio from the venue, but we've got the video back, so we'll do our best here to keep it going as we are in the bottom of the first inning. Riley Sarnecki, actually, let's see here if that is Riley in the circle, as again was scrambling during the half inning there. And so either way, St. Thomas More batting in the bottom of the first inning, and there's a swing and a ball lifted in the air down the left field line, and that'll curl, and that'll be as hitting for St. Thomas More is Logan Cromer. And Cromer able to bloop a single down the left field line, and so she's aboard at first base with a single. So Cromer aboard with a single, and now that will bring to the plate for Thomas More, as it looks like it will be Emma Fagan batting. First pitch was taken, and the runner at first going to second base, throw down to second, and that is not in time, so a quick stolen base here. And so right off the bat now, Thomas More with a runner in scoring position. So we play here in the first inning, and we have our audio back. So we thank you for your patience there, as that next pitch coming in a little bit high, so 2 balls and no strikes here. We were sailing along and had a little bit of an issue. The righty versus righty matchup here in the next pitch, and that'll miss upstairs. So we play in the bottom of the first inning, and in fact it is in the circle. It is Rebecca Urbanik who came out in relief to wrap up a game earlier on this week. And so Urbanek, right-hander, into the line and the pitch. And that'll be a strike on the inner half. Taking all the way there, so the at-bat continues. Thomas Moore with a runner aboard at second base. The line and the pitch. That'll be a strike called on the inner half, and I believe that'll run it now to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Emma Fagan. Long look at the wristband here in the circle. Now Urbanek winds and deals, swinging a chopper towards short, glove there. Then it's bobbled off the heel of the glove, and everybody will be safe. So on the play, Cromer goes to third. Fagan aboard at first. We'll see what the scoring is on that. That may, in fact, be an E6. And now to the plate here will be right-handed hitting Ashton Elbe, E-L-B-E, as the first pitch looked like was taken low. Runner going from first base to second and in with a stolen base. So Thomas Moore now with runners at second and third here with nobody out in the bottom half of inning number 1. Lakers retired in order in their half of the first frame. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swinging a foul tip caught behind the plate for a strike. Elbe out of the box, stands back in, swung on, pulled foul deep down the left field line into the corner. So now 2-strike situation here. Elbe, right-handed batter, back into the box. Bit of a wide stance, shaded just toward the front part of the batter's box. The pitch, taken down and in for a ball. 2 on, nobody out, bottom of the first inning, no score, but Thomas Moore's Saints are threatening. Here's the pitch. Swung on a grounder, backhanded near third, knocked down by Athena Pemele-Penn. Runner going from third, throw to the plate. They have the runner in a rundown. Now 2 runners will be back at third. One is going to be able to get back to the bag. Now a second runner looks like in a rundown will go back to second, and confusion on the bases here. It looks like everyone may have wound up to be safe. Wow. And the bases are going to be loaded. There was a sharp grounder to third. Athena Pemele-Penn at third base. Tried to glove it, knocked it down. The runner from third going. There was a quick throw to the plate. Runner at third. That's Cromer, was in a rundown. Meanwhile, the trailing runner at second base tried to advance. Cromer was going back to the bag at third. Both were right there. Cromer slid in safely, and then the trailing runner, I think that was Fagan, going back to second base and was able to make it in time. And now a meeting in the circle here for the Lakers. That has to be one of the stranger plays I've called in a while. And now serious trouble here for Roosevelt as the bases are loaded, nobody out, bottom of the first inning for Thomas Moore. So now stepping to the plate here for the Saints. This will be Emily Alphin. Right-handed batter takes the first pitch. Looked like it came inside. It looks like the scoreboard not operational, and we can't see the umpire's signals on every pitch just because they angle the feed. Swinging a line drive. That'll be a fair ball down the left field line into the corner. This will clear the bases. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Third runner coming around to score. A bases clearing 3-run double for Alphin, and Thomas Moore has a 3-0 lead. Well, Alphin got her pitch and hammered it down the left field line, a 3-run double. And Thomas Moore jumping out now to a 3-0 lead. They have still nobody out in the inning. That'll bring to the plate Natalie Harris. So Harris stands in. As all kinds of trouble here for the Lakers in the bottom of the first inning. Often at second after clearing the bases with a ringing double. There's a swing and a miss. And I believe that'll make the count 1-1 here for Harris. Well, the Lakers in an earlier game this week against Weber allowed, there's a swing and a pop foul right side out of play. Actually, no, it'll be in the first base's coach's box in play. And Bryn Dvorak will make the catch for the out. So one away in the inning. It was Walsh University, the Lakers' opponent earlier on in the week, that scored 6 in the first inning, and the Lakers were never able to catch up. So one away in the frame. Runner at second base, so 1-on-1 out, 3 in here for Thomas More. There's a first pitch swing and a fly ball, left field, fairly deep but playable. Looking into the sunlight, ball is caught in left field for the out. So 2 away in the inning. And now that will bring up Emma Kent, the senior from Hamilton, Ohio. Going after the first pitch here and lofts it into center field. Ball stays in the air, caught in center field, and that'll end the inning. So Kent lines out to center, but the damage done as 3 runs across for Thomas More in the inning. They pick up 3 runs in the frame on 2 hits in air and a runner left on base, and after 1 complete, it is Thomas More 3, Roosevelt nothing, and you're tuned to Roosevelt University softball.
Came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. But prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
All right, we move here now to the top of the second inning, and the Lakers trailing here by a score of 3-0. Bryn Dvorak will lead it off here now for RU as we head to inning number 2. Bryn this year a .260 hitter. No home runs, has driven in 13. That 13 RBIs leads the team for the Lakers, taking the first pitch in for a called strike, so it's 0-1. So top of 2, Lakers trailing it by a score of 3-0. Here's the wind now and the next pitch. And then it'll look like a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kylie Ropp in the circle, staked to a 3-0 lead. As the next pitch looked like came in a little bit low. And again, we're calling the game off the feed from Florida and the camera a little bit offset, so a bit of a guessing game as to the count. There's a swing and a golf swing, popped up behind second base, caught there by the shortstop for out number 1. So Dvorak pops up to the shortstop, and 1 away in the inning. That'll bring up Bianca Gallegos. Bianca, left-handed batter, stands in as we play here in the top of the second inning. Gallegos, a .231 hitter on the year, has driven in 3, has an on-base percentage of .231. Swinging a slow roller out to the circle, picked up there, throw to first base, a little bit offline, and Gallegos will be safe. That ball rolled out toward the circle, picked up there by Ropp, who whirled and threw to first a little bit low and was not fielded cleanly. And so now here's Rebecca Urbanek for the Lakers. Rebecca getting the start of the circle and hitting in the lineup today. First pitch swinging, fly ball in the right center field. Looks like that'll land in right center field. Doesn't go all the way to the fence, however. Cut off nicely in right, and a two-base hit here for Urbanek, and the Lakers now have runners at first and third. I should say second and third, as Urbanek pulls in at second with a double. So the Lakers now with one away have two aboard, trying to bounce back in this game. Pitcher-catcher meeting now for Thomas More. As batting now for the Lakers will be Libby Krakis. So Krakis stands in. Base hit potentially could bring the Lakers back to within a run. Here's the wind of the first pitch. And that'll be just off the outside edge, ball one. So Kylie Ropp trying to work out of a bit of a jam here. 1 ball to no strikes for Libby Krakis. Laker catcher awaits, takes a floater, and that'll be in there for a strike at the letters, 1-1. Krakis, a 176 hitter, has driven in 3 so far this year, a 282 on base percentage. Here's the wind and the delivery. Down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Runners holding at second and third as the 2-1 pitch coming in. Strike called over the outer half, so that'll even it up now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Off speed, down and in. 3-2 now for Libby Krakis. Libby, the number 7 hitter in the Laker order this afternoon. Thomas More, the 3-0 lead. Lakers threatening, 1 out, 2 on top of the second inning. There's a golf swing foul right side out of play. So we'll hold it 3-2. Krakis back into the batter's box. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Riser high, ball 4, and that'll load him up. Ropp with her first walk of the ball game. And now to the plate for the Lakers will be Raina Hilliard. So Raina a chance now to do some damage here. Home plate umpire comes out, has a word, not sure with who. He's out in front of the plate area. I think he's communicating with his colleague, the infield umpire, right now stationed near shortstop. Raina Hilliard, a 182 hitter so far this season. Chance maybe to knock in 1 or 2 or maybe more with an extra base hit maybe. There's a swing and a miss and a riser. So Raina behind now, no balls and a strike. Hilliard out of the box, now back in. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air, curving toward the right field foul line. On the run, catch made in right, just in foul territory. All of the runners tag, and the runner from third comes in to score. That'll be Bianca Gallegos, and the Lakers are on the board on a sacrifice fly from Raina Hilliard. That'll be out number 2 in the inning. As now runners at second and third. And that will bring up Caitlin Williams. Moved up in the box, but took the first pitch outside, 1-0. Williams, left-handed batter, stands back, set back in the batter's box. The 1-0 taken, and a little bit high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Kylie Ropp walks around the circle, now back and ready to go. The wind and the pitch. There's a bunt, spins to the left of home plate, foul. 2 balls and a strike. 3-1 ball game now. Thomas Moore's lead has been cut by a third. There's a check swing roller just wide of third foul. So we'll be in a 2-2 count here now to Caitlin Williams. Williams out of the box. And now back in. And the pitch. Lefty versus lefty. Check swing. Nicely fielded on one hop at third base. Throw to the bag. And I believe it pulled the first baseman off the bag to the second base side of the base, and so everybody will be safe. Call that an error on the third baseman. On the play, Urbanek scoring. 3-2 ball game. Krakus now to third. Williams aboard at first, and the inning continues for Roosevelt. Bit of a discussion here, I think, between Thomas More coach Lindsey Egan and the umpire, who now wants to talk. Egan now wants to talk to the infield umpire after chatting a little bit with the home plate umpire. All right, the conversation ends. And the play will stand. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back to the top of the order now for the Lakers. Here's Ella Dvorak. Ella grounded out to first to start the ball game. Stands in here. Swinging a foul tip at home plate. 0-1 the count. Athena Pomeli-Penn would be next. Base hit here could potentially put the Lakers into the lead. They trail 3-2. Here's the 0-1. Taken down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. So 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air. That'll slice foul on the left field side. With this angle as well, as we called again remotely as we have all week, it's a little bit difficult to see, a little bit difficult to keep track of the ball. Got to really keep your eyes peeled. Next pitch coming in, and that'll be spun foul to the right of home plate. So a 2-strike situation here for Ella Dvorak. Well, we've talked about it all week. Thomas More giving their starting pitcher, Kylie Ropp, a 3-run advantage. You want to have that shutdown inning in the following half inning. If you're in the circle, there's a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. And the Lakers strand 2 as they score a pair. So in the inning for the Lakers, they pick up 2 runs in the frame, 2 runs in the inning. It looks like the 1 hit, there were 2 errors and 2 left on base. And we head now to the bottom of the second inning with the score. It is Roosevelt trailing as it's Thomas More 3, Roosevelt 2. This is Roosevelt University softball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Here we go, bottom of 2. Thomas More the lead now by a score of 3-2. First pitch bunted here, foul right side. That is out of frame, and I believe it'll land for a foul ball. As for the Saints now, right-handed hitter standing in, that's Anna Greenwell, 5'7" shortstop from Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Greenwell, as we said, a right-handed batter, narrow stance, a little bit toward the front of the box. Takes the next pitch, and that'll be up high. 1-1 strike now. So 3 for Thomas More in their half of the first. The Lakers bounce back with a pair in the following half inning, and we have a 1-run ball game. Here's Rebecca Urbanek into the wind and the pitch. Swung on, in the air, left field toward the foul line. The ball going out of frame, long run here, and it'll be caught. That'll be a foul out to left field for the first out of the inning. So 1 away here for Thomas More. When the left-handed batters come to the plate, a little bit hard to see the number due to the angle of our feed. As 1 out, nobody on, and the first pitch down and away, 1 no strikes. This will be Addison Johnson. Johnson, left-handed batter, awaits 1-0 the count. Urbanek in the circle, checking the wristband. Now winds and deals. Low and away. Well, we talked about the shutdown inning aspect a moment ago in relation for Thomas More. Lakers are in a similar situation here. You've got momentum back. You didn't come all the way back. You're still trail by a run, but you want to keep the momentum on your side. There's a ball low and away. That's what the Lakers are going to try to do here as they are back to within a run at 3-2. All right, Urbanek checks the wristband. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. Righty versus lefty matchup here. I believe this is a 2-strike situation. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Barely got a piece of it there to Johnson to keep the at-bat alive. And so now we know definitely it's a 2-strike situation here. We play in the bottom of the second inning. It is a 3-2 Thomas More lead. Long look in for the sign. Now the pitch. Fouled off to the left, out of play. So we'll try it again in a 2-strike situation. Johnson, a good job of being in protect mode right now. Here's the wind of the pitch. And fouled off again, so the at-bat will continue. Here's the wind and the delivery. Low and away, that was a 3-2 pitch, ball 4, and so that is a 1-out base runner here for Thomas More. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. So here's Logan Cromer. Cromer singled to start the ball game in the bottom of the first inning offensively as she offers at the first pitch, pulled the bat back. I'm not sure whether it was a ball or a strike on the call. Cromer then later came around to score the first run of the game for Thomas More. Righty versus lefty matchup here. I believe the count is 0-1. The wind and the pitch. Down and away, runner going. Throw to second base. Tag applied at shortstop, and the ball getting away into right field, so that will allow a runner to take third base. So Johnson steals second, goes to third. As the Lakers will be charged with an error here, whether it's on the catcher or shortstop. That is a matter of opinion. We'll call it right now an E2. That's unofficial. But either way, what is official now is it is Addison Johnson at third base. Next pitch coming in, looked like a little bit low and away. So Thomas More now looking to bounce right back. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, grounded to Athena Pameli-Penn at third. Looks the runner back at third. Throws to first for the out. And that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 away. And here now is Emma Fagan. Fagan reached her first at bat on an error and eventually scored back in the first inning. Runner at third, 2 away in the inning. First pitch here, in for a strike on the inner half, 0-1. A little easier to see the umpire when a right-handed batter is batting. I'm not exactly sure why, but had a little bit better view of the call there on that last pitch. There's a changeup coming a little bit high, just above letter high level. 1-1 here now as we play here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-2, Thomas More the lead. And the Saints threatening with a runner at third base. Here's the wind and the pitch. Jammed and lifted in the air. Medium deep left field, and that will be caught for the out in left field, and that'll end the inning. So the Saints threaten but do not score as they strand a runner at third base. No runs in the inning. No hits. A walk, an error, and 1 left on base. And we head to the top of the third inning. It is Thomas More 3, Roosevelt 2. This is Roosevelt University softball.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the conference.
We move now here to the... As Athena Pamele-Penn leading it off for the Lakers. And the first pitch fouled off to the right, and that'll be out of play. No balls and a strike. So we head to the top of the third inning. And Athena Pamele-Penn leading it off. She is 0 for 1, grounding out to the shortstop first time up. And the line of the next pitch as Pamele-Penn apparently now. Let's see here if she was called out on that at bat there, as now batting for the Lakers. This appears to be Kendall Pearson. So there is 1 out of the inning. There's a swing and a ball into the air, center field, and that will be caught in 2 quick outs here for the Lakers. So 2 away, and now that'll bring to the plate Bryn Dvorak. Dvorak today is 0 for 1, popped out to the shortstop back in the second inning. Here's the wind and the pitch. A little bit of a golf swing, flared in to the left side and caught at shortstop. I thought it had more carry than it did. I thought it would go into left center field, but it was caught at short for the out, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning for the Lakers, they're retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It is Thomas More 3, Roosevelt 2. This is Roosevelt University softball.
Prince of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Ashlyn Elb now batting here and swings and fouls it off to the right out of play on a 1-0 pitch, so the count now 1-1 strikes here. As we play in the bottom of the third inning, it is a 3-2 lead for Thomas More. Elba had a fielder's choice back in the first inning and ultimately scored. There's a swing and a pop-up right side behind first base, foul territory. Brynn Dvorak is there and makes the catch for the out. So one out here, and here's Emily Alphen. Alphen, so far with the big hit of this game, the 3-run double back in the first inning that cleared the bases and gave the Saints an early 3-0 lead. That lead now down to 3-2. Here's the wind of the first pitch to Alphen. Swung on in a two-hopper, gloved it short, throw to first base, and 2 away in the inning. 2 down in the frame, and that'll leave it up now to Natalie Harris. So Harris stands in. 2 out, nobody on here in the Saints' third inning. First pitch down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Harris popped to first back in the first inning. That was the first out of the first inning. In the first game of the day for the Lakers, there's a riser high, way upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes now. A lot of firsts there. So 2-0 the count. And the pitch. Bit of a jam shot, and that'll be pop foul right side out of play. 2-1 the count. Harris out of the box, now quickly back in. As she awaits the 2-1 offering. Urbanic into the line. Swinging a ground ball, hugging the line at third base. Gloved there by Athena Pameli-Penn. Throw to first, and that'll end the inning. So a 5-3 put out and a 1-2-3 inning concludes. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We head to the middle frame of our ball game this afternoon with a score. As we head to the fourth, Thomas More 3, Roosevelt 2. This is Roosevelt University softball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
All right, we head here to the fourth inning. Good ball game, 3-2 the score. The ball game started under somewhat cloudy skies. Those clouds have moved away, and now we see lengthening shadows on our video feed from Melbourne, Florida. First pitch will miss outside. 1-0 here to the Laker leadoff hitter in the fourth inning. That's Bianca Gallegos. It'll be Gallegos, followed by Urbanic, and then Krakis here for the Lakers. Swinging a miss at a ball out of the zone. So now 1-1 here. Gallegos reached on an error in the second inning and then came around to score. Kylie Ropp into the wind and the delivery. Floater, and that'll miss just outside, it looked like. 2-1 now. Lakers one more game a little bit later on today, a 6 o'clock Central Time slated start time against Tiffin. The pitch. Golf swing popped up, back behind home plate and out of play. So now 2-2. So 2-2 count. Lefty versus lefty matchup on the pitch. That'll be just high, 3-2. We haven't had many full counts so far in this ball game as we're almost halfway through the contest. Here comes the wind, and the payoff pitch is on the way. Popped up left side, foul territory, out of play. We'll try it again. Lakers will wrap up their Florida schedule against Tiffin later on today. Been a fun week. Calling softball remotely. As there's a ball high, and that will be a leadoff walk here for Gallegos. So Gallegos draws the walk. Here now is Rebecca Urbanek. Urbanek had a double back in the second inning, later came around to score. And the pitch, first pitch, and that'll be in for a strike. We play in the top of the fourth inning, 3-2, Thomas More with the lead. Urbanek out of the box, now back in, holds the bat over the right shoulder, squares the bat to bunt, and did get a piece of it, and it spun foul back behind home plate. So Urbanek now behind at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. New ball, I believe, has been tossed out there to Kylie Ropp. Urbanek now back into the batter's box. The wind and the pitch. Strike at the letters. Well, I thought I heard the strike call. The umpire backed up, didn't see the arm go up, so looks like it is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Urbanek back in. And the pitch. Swung on, in the air, right center field. Long run here for both right and center fielders. And that will, it looks like, drop in for the base hit. And Urbanek is aboard with a single here to right center field. On the play, Gallegos to second base. And the Lakers now in business here in the fourth. Here's Libby Krakis. Meeting in the circle now for Thomas More. Thomas More, as we said, came into this game at an even 500, 4-4 on the year. This is their first game at the spring game event in Florida. The last outing was back in a doubleheader against number 19 McHenry University back on the 2nd of March. Thomas More won the first game 6-5, but then was shut out in game number 2 by a final of 6-0. The other wins this year for Thomas More coming over Illinois Springfield and a pair over Quincy that came back on the 24th of February in Indianapolis, Indiana. Umpire heading out now to the circle. Meeting now is just breaking up as we speak. And we are about to continue. So Libby Krakis to the plate. Libby walked her first time up back in the second inning. Runners at first and second, and nobody out of the frame. Lefty versus righty. The first pitch bunted up the third base line. It'll be allowed to roll foul, and so it's 0-1. Krakis back to the box. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Riser upstairs. Runner from third going throw to third base is wild down the line. And I don't think it would have mattered anyway. Looked like there Gallegos was in plenty of time to get in under any tag that might have come. And now as well, Urbanek going to second base. The Lakers have runners now at second and third. A base hit could drive in a pair, potentially. Kylie Ropp into the wind and the pitch. Missing up high. And I believe makes it 2 balls and a strike. 2 on, nobody out, top of 4. Lakers trailing at 3-2, trying to tie or maybe take the lead in this frame. There's a swing and a pop-up left side, foul territory, and that'll be out of play. So I believe this will bring up a 2-strike situation now for Cracus. Libby back into the batter's box. Raina Hilliard will be next, and then it would be Caitlin Williams if the inning continues that far for the Lakers. Here's the delivery. Bouncing in front of the plate. Good stop behind the plate. And I believe it is a 3-2 count. Ropp into the wind and the delivery. Swung on and hit to the shortstop. Throw to the plate here to get the lead runner. Tag applied. Not in time. Gallegos able to slide that left foot under the tag, and she was safe, and the run scores. That'll be Cracus reaching on a fielder's choice. Urbanic goes to third, and we're tied at 3. Here's Raina Hilliard now. Raina drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to right field first time up. So here's the wind of the first pitch. Bunted out halfway to the circle. Picked up there. And no play available. Oh, Ropp hesitating there, and I think it cost her. She picked up the ball, looked at third. Kind of hesitated, kind of started the motion to throw, then stopped, and by then everybody was safe. Hilliard aboard. Call that a single. Bases are now loaded for Caitlin Williams. Williams, left-handed batter, stands in. Swings at the first pitch and tops it foul to the left side, 0-1. Caitlin reaching on an error back in the second inning, was stranded at first base. So the bases are loaded. There are still nobody out of the inning for the Lakers. And a run is in. Here comes the 0-1. Taken, strike called at the knees. So no balls and 2 strikes. Williams back into the batter's box. Back to the top of the order, and Ella Dvorak next. Next pitch, bouncing in front of the plate. Skips away from home plate. Runner from third coming in to score, and the Lakers have taken the lead. So Rebecca Urbanic comes in to score, and the Lakers have a 4-3 lead, and the other runners advance. Cracus to third, Hilliard to second. So now a 4-3 Laker lead. Base hit could potentially drive in 2. Pop up left side, foul territory. Caught at third near the third base coach's box for the out. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order, and Ella Dvorak. So Dvorak will stand in. And the first pitch bunted in front of the plate. It stops dead in front of the plate. Fielded there by the catcher. Throw to first base, not in time. And the base is loaded once again. So a single for Dvorak. Here's Athena Pomeli-Penn. So 2 in. The bases again are loaded for the Lakers. And still only 1 out. Pomeli-Penn is 0 for 2. Popped out to first base last time up. First pitch here. Change up in for a strike. 0-1. Top of 4, 4-3 Lakers in what's become a back-and-forth ball game a bit here. And the 0-1. Swing and a foul back of home plate. So Pomeli-Penn now behind at 0-2. Kendall Pearson next. Then it would be Brynn Dvorak for the Lakers. Lakers right now are threatening to bat around in the inning. Not quite to that point yet, but it could happen. Here's the 0-2. High and tight. Ball in and out of the catcher's mitt. Runner from third coming in. Throw to the plate too late as the pitcher covering. And the Lakers extend their lead. That'll be on a passed ball. So Cracus scores on the pass ball. It's now a ball and 2 strikes to Athena Pomeli-Penn. And that makes it a 5-3 Laker lead. The pitch. Grounded to third base. Knocked down there, recovering, throwing to first in the out made. As coming in to score from third base in the play. That'll be Raina Hilliard. On the play, Ella Dvorak to third. Pamela Penn, the RBI ground out. 2 away in the inning. And it's now a 6-3 Laker lead. And here is Kendall Pearson taking the first pitch low, 1-0 to Kendall. Kendall, the 8th Laker to bat in the inning. She is 0 for 2. Has grounded out to second, fly to center field. The wind of the pitch. Popped up left side, foul territory. Long run there from shortstop, but it'll be out of play. So 1-1 now here for Kendall Pearson. Well, the Lakers have made the most of some shaky defense here in this half inning by Thomas More. Next pitch, bouncing right on the plate. Good stop behind the plate there. We've had a run come in on a wild pitch and another come in on a passed ball, and we nearly had the same situation there. 2-1 now for Kendall Pearson. Runner at third, the delivery. Off speed, swung on line drive, and that'll be, it looks like, into right field down the line for a base hit. So Pearson with the RBI as the hit parade continues for the Lakers. And it's a 7-3 Laker lead. So Ella Dvorak coming in to score, and now Bryn Dvorak will bat here for RU. Bryn, the only Laker not yet having come to the plate in this inning. It looks like we may have a new pitcher. Let's see if we have a pitching change coming up. It appears that way. So we'll take a break here as we have a pitching change for Thomas More. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and the Lakers now lead at 7-3. Take a break and return. You're tuned to Roosevelt University Softball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
All right, we're back here as the first pitch coming in, and it'll be ball inside 1-0 to Bryn Dvorak. Olivia Dumm now coming in for Thomas More. And the next pitch from the right-hander, down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Last name spelled D-U-M-M, sophomore from Williamsport, Ohio. Wind in the delivery. It was up in the zone and fouled back out of play by Dvorak. So the Lakers spotting Thomas More a 3-run lead in the first inning. They have caught and now surpassed the Saints and lead at 7-3. Next pitch high and tight for a ball. Five across in the inning. Lakers have batted around. The wind and the pitch. Bit of a jam shot, but it's going to be sent the other way to right field. Long run here, but the ball caught in right field about 10 feet inside the line. And did that drop? Oh, it did drop. So everybody's safe. And the inning continues. And here now is Bianca Gallegos. Again, calling it by video, and we were talking about the angle. A little bit hard to see the ball. Thought it dropped in front. Thought it was caught initially, but it did drop. So here now is Bianca Gallegos as the inning continues. Runners now at first and third for the Lakers. Gallegos walked to start the inning. And bats for the second time in this frame. Took the first pitch, looked like low and away. Runners at first and third now for the Lakers. Here's the wind of the pitch. Chopper towards second base. Three-hopper, glove throw to first base, and now that will end the inning. But the Lakers able to plate 5 in the frame, and we go bottom 4. We're halfway through this ball game with a score. Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3. This is Roosevelt University softball.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning, and leading it off now for Thomas More as the first pitch swung on, fouled wide of third, 0-1 here, as it's Josie Weefer batting. Weefer 0 for 1, fly to left field her first time up. She trails here, no balls and a strike. So a 7-3 game for the Lakers. Only scoring coming in the first inning for Thomas More. Rebecca Urbanek in the circle now, the wind and the pitch. Bit of a golf swing, line drive, and that'll be fouled on the left field line. Athena Pimele-Penn leaping there right over the third base bag trying to snare it, but it was beyond her reach, and so a long strike to make it 0-2 here to Weefer. Weefer stands up in the box. Long look in, and now time will be called. Weefer, a senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Transfer from Morehead State. Back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Swung on, and high fly ball, medium right center field. Caught there, I believe that's Pearson in center field for the out. 1 away in the inning. 1 up, 1 down. And here now is Emma Kent. Kent is 0 for 1, lined out to center field first time up. So 1 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And again, as the first pitch will be a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes for Kent. Again, the shutdown inning concept comes into the forefront here. Now Libby Krakis goes out to talk to the infield at second base there. Did not go to the circle. Libby now coming back behind the plate. And Kent back into the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. And the delivery. Riser high, 2-0. Anna Greenwell awaiting on deck here for Thomas More. Then we would be, after that at bat, headed to the bottom of the order. There's a swing and a floater out toward left field, and that will settle in for a base hit. So Kent with the single. And a 1-out base runner here for Thomas More. And here is Anna Greenwell. Greenwell Fouled out to left field first time up. Batting here, 1-on-1 out. Bottom of the fourth inning, 7-3 Lakers. First pitch bouncing inside, 1-0. Greenwell, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Then it'll be Addison Johnson to follow, then back to the top of the order. Here's the wind of the 1-0. Heater misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So far, Thomas More, 3 runs on 2 hits. Now 3 hits with the single just now. They had 2 hits coming into the inning. There's a swing and a line drive into left field for a base hit. Station to station here. Runners at first and second now for Thomas More, and here come the Saints. And here is Addison Johnson, the sophomore from Ross, Ohio. Wow, now will step to the plate, or will she? Let's see. Coach Lindsey Egan out to talk now to the home plate umpire. Well, the next game scheduled to be at 6 o'clock Central Time. I don't know. I highly doubt that'll start on time. We're almost an hour at the point where we're about an hour away from that game. We'll see if a pinch hitter is coming to the plate now. Nope, it will be Addison Johnson, who walked last time up back in the second inning. Takes the first pitch here, high for ball 1. Johnson, left-handed hitter, back into the batter's box. Stance set just a tad back. Very even stance, just a tad back in the batter's box. Moves up in the box here, takes the pitch, and it'll be a strike call to the knees. 1-1. So a ball and a strike. 2 on, 1 away in the inning. And the next offering bounces outside. 3-1 now. Check that, 2 balls and a strike. This game has had a lot of moving parts. And the pitch swung on, grounded towards short, gloved in front of the bag at second, near second base, and that'll be a 6-3 put out as the runners advance. So 2 away in the inning on the ground out, both runners advancing. So Kent goes to third, and Greenwell goes to second. Back to the top of the order, and Logan Cromer, who is 1 for 2, a single, a ground out, and a run scored. First pitch here, in for a strike. Well, now runners at second and third, so an opportunity here to slice the deficit in half for Thomas More. Always say 2-out hits are so crucial. Bottom of 4, Lakers the lead over Thomas More, 7-3. Swinging a ball, hit into the air, short left field, diving attempt by Pearson, and did she come up with it? Yes, she did. Oh, wow. Diving catch in short left center field, and the inning comes to an end. So, Thomas More threatens. That saves 2 runs in all likelihood. Thomas More threatens but do not score. As in the inning, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to inning number 5. It is Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3. This is Roosevelt University softball.
53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
As we come back, Rebecca Urbanek leading it off here for the Lakers in the top of the 5th inning and took the first pitch low. The second pitch fouled up the third base line, wide of the bag, so the count even in the ball on a strike. Urbanek, Krakis, and Hilliard due up for the Lakers. Lakers leading at 7-3. There's a swing and a ball softly hit to medium deep center field. Playable, and it'll be caught for out number 1. So 1 away for Libby Krakis. And will we have a pinch hitter coming up? Looks like we will. Here's Angelina Diaz, freshman from Orland Park, Illinois, to bat now for the Lakers. Takes the first pitch. Looked like a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. So 1-0 here to the right-handed hitting Diaz. And the pitch. Swung on, pop foul right side out of play. So 1-1. Libby Krakis, during her first 2 plate appearances, getting a walk and a fielder's choice, later scoring a run. Now here's Diaz at the bat. 1-1 count and the pitch. Golf swing and fouled off to the right. Ball and 2 strikes. Lakers with 7 runs, 2 in the second, 5 on the board in the 4th. 7 runs on 6 hits. The pitch, chopper, 2-hopper to short. And the throw to first base, and that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 away, and that'll bring to the plate Raina Hilliard. Raina today is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. The RBI came on a sac fly to right field. Batting here with 2 out, nobody on base. The wind and the pitch. Popped up right side out of play, 0-1. Lakers will play Tiffin later on this evening. Game time scheduled about 55 minutes from now. That likely will not be on time. Lakers have to move to a different field. Mentioned we're hoping to be able to broadcast that game. We don't know what field it's on for certain. There's a ball high. There are 9 fields at this complex. This game being played in the main stadium, which is a beautiful facility. Called a game there live a couple years ago. Great press box, very high view, a lot of seating. Cloud cover now moving again in at Florida. As the pitch here coming in a little bit low and away. And I have it as a 2-1 count here for Raina Hilliard. Caitlin Williams next, then back to the top of the order for the Lakers. Lakers the lead, 7-3 here in the top of the 5th inning. Lakers batting around back in the 5-inning 4th. Righty versus righty matchup, and the wind and the pitch. Riser high. Yeah, I believe that'll make it 3-1 now for Hilliard. Raina trying to extend the inning for Caitlin Williams as we play here in the top of the 5th. Wind to the next pitch. It'll be a roller, and it'll be off the... Went off the left foot there of Hilliard and rolled out to the circle. It was ruled a foul ball, so now 3-2. So Hilliard back into the batter's box. There's the sign and the payoff. And it'll be pulled deep down the left field line. Long run there, and it'll be into foul territory, and it will land in the corner. And so a long foul ball here, and we'll have another try at it for Raina Hilliard. After tonight's game, the Lakers will have a little bit of time off. I inadvertently said earlier this week they would play this coming Wednesday. They'll be back in action a week from Wednesday at the Parkway Bank Complex for their home opening doubleheader against former NAIA and CCAC opponent, St. Francis of Joliet, swinging a ground ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Hilliard stroking a single just to the left of second base, and the inning continues. And that'll send to the plate Caitlin Williams. Williams has reached out in air and popped out to third. Caitlin wearing lucky number 13 as the first pitch in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Always kind of thought it was cool that players would wear a 13, defying superstition. Next pitch swung on and bounced foul wide of third. I think it's triskaidekaphobia, the fear of the number 13, if my memory serves. No such fear for Caitlin Williams. Caitlin back into the batter's box, now behind at 0-2. The wind and the pitch. Moving up in the box, taking outside. Runner going to second base. The throw to second, too late. As they went for a 2-4 putout, and so a stolen base for Raina Hilliard. And she is in at second, and the Lakers have a runner in scoring position. They lead 7-3, runner at second, 2 out, top of the 5th inning in Florida. The pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. So the Lakers get a runner in a scoring position, but cannot move that runner around. No runs in the inning. On a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. And we go bottom 5 with a score. Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3. This is Roosevelt University softball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
All right, here we go now. Bottom half of inning number 5. And it'll be Emma Fagan to lead it off here now for Thomas More. Lakers a 7-3 lead. Rebecca Urbanek going to work in the circle. Swung on in a nigh-high heater. And a fly ball skied to center field, but Pearson is there, reaching back after going back a couple of steps to make the catch for the out. 1 pitch and 1 out in the Saints' 5th inning. And here now is Ashlyn Elba to the plate, who has scored a run in this game, takes the first pitch in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the wind of the delivery on the 0-1. Popped up left side foul territory. Athena Pimele-Penn calling for it near the coach's box and has it for the out, 2 away in the inning. So 2 quick outs here in the Saints' 5th inning. And that'll leave it up now to Emily Alphin. Alphin is 1 for 2, a double, a ground out, and 3 runs batted in. That double clearing the bases in the first inning is the first pitch coming in a little bit high, 1-0. That double back in the first inning, driving in 3, accounting for all of the scoring thus far for Thomas More. As Rebecca Urbanek in the circle has shut down the Saints offense since that first inning. Here's the 1-0. Looked like a little bit high, 2 balls and no strikes. Natalie Harris would be next if the inning continues for Thomas More. We play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lakers a 7-3 lead. There's a riser missing high. 3-0 here. So the 1-2-3 inning is in danger. More cloud cover moving in. This is the least sunshine we've seen all week at Melbourne, Florida. 3-0, caught the inner half of the plate for the called strike, and the at-bat continues. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of 5. Roosevelt a 7-3 lead. The wind and the delivery. Strike call to the letters, so we'll fill the count. 3-2 to Alphen. Urbanek checks the wristband, now into the windup. Golf swing off the glove of Urbanek, rolls to the right of the circle. Rebecca picks it up, underhands to first base, and Alphen a head-first dive into first base. The ball got away, and so Alphen is aboard at first with an infield single. And the inning continues now for Natalie Harris. Meeting now between coach and umpire near home plate for Thomas More. As it looks like we've had a pinch runner come into the game now for Thomas More. Cannot yet see the number on the jersey. So either way now, here is Natalie Harris. Harris is 0 for 2, has popped to first and grounded out to third in this game. First pitch here, and that'll come in a little bit high. So 1 ball and no strikes. And the delivery. A heater down and in, 2-0. Josie Weaver would be next if the inning continues for Thomas More. Here comes the 2-0. Going after that one in a hitter's count and pop foul right side. Well, I can never blame a hitter when they're in a 2-0 count and get a pitch they like. That's a count where you are hacking away if you can get a good pitch and get a chance to drive it. Here comes the 2-1. Pulled back as initially Harris had squared the bat as if to bunt, pulled it back, and the pitch came in low. 3 balls and a strike. So Thomas More trying to put together a little bit of a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing Roosevelt 7-3. Here's the wind and the delivery. Swung on, hit sharply to short, fielded there, throw to second for the force play, and that'll end the inning. 6-4 fielder's choice, and the inning comes to an end. So in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left on base, and after 5 complete, it is Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3, as you're tuned to Roosevelt University softball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
We move on to the 6th inning. Top of the order due up here for the Lakers now. So it'll be Ella Dvorak to start it off here for RU. It'll be Dvorak, Pamela Penn, and then Kendall Pearson for the Lakers. As Roosevelt a 7-3 lead heading to the late frames of this game. Great to have you along with us from wherever you may be as we hold forth. First pitch outside 1-0 as we hold forth here in the suburbs of Chicago, calling our game remotely via the video stream. We thank the USSSA for that. During this week of coverage, there's an attempt at a bunt, and it'll be missed for a strike. 1-1 now. Dvorak has grounded a third, struck out, and singled and scored a run. That came back in the 4th inning. That was the part of that 5-run rally for the Lakers that broke the game open. Bunt attempt spun back behind home plate. So Ella trying to bunt her way aboard at first base, not successful for the moment. Now back into the batter's box. Lakers trying to make it 6-3 for the week through their first 9 games in the Sunshine State. The line and the delivery. Check swing and one hop. Caught nicely at third base. Quick throw to first. And in time for the out. That was a case there where more towards the shortstop area. Third baseman cutting in front of the shortstop there and making the play for the out. All right, here now is Athena Pameli-Penn. First pitch here, swinging is Pameli-Penn, and skies at foul right side out of play, into the seats, 0-1. Pameli-Penn is 0-for-3 with an RBI. Had an RBI ground out back in the fourth. Also was grounded out and popped out in the early stages of this game. We're in the top of the sixth inning, 7-3 Roosevelt the lead. The 0-1. I thought that was going to be called right down the middle, but it misses for a ball, 1-1 now. Again, Pearson next, then it would be Bryn Dvorak for the Lakers. The line and the pitch. Kind of a mini golf swing, skied into right field, drifting toward the corner, long run here, and we'll wait for the umpire's signal. And it turns out to be a foul ball. Landed in foul territory, so a 2-strike situation now for Athena Pameli-Penn. Lakers, one more ball game coming up later on tonight in Florida. The pitch. Swung on and ripped foul down the third base and now left field line. Yeah, throughout the week, the Lakers, with the exception of one day yesterday where they had 2 games, but they weren't back-to-back, so they switched fields at the 9-field facility in Melbourne. Today they have a back-to-back game coming up. It's scheduled for 40 minutes from now. They have to pack up and move to another diamond in the complex. Next pitch, high and tight. 2-2, and we're hoping we're going to be able to get a feed from that diamond. All of the feeds on the USSSA website are listed, and usually throughout the week they've had all of the games scheduled for that feed. There's a pop-up left side foul territory caught by the catcher for the out. So 2-way in the inning. Two out, and here's Kendall Pearson. Going after the first pitch, nope. Decided to take it, and it came in low and outside. Thought she was going to swing, but it didn't happen. Pearson 1-for-3. Had an RBI single last time up back in the fourth inning. The 1-0. Chop foul back behind the home plate. So we'll call it 1-1 now. Top of 6, Roosevelt a 7-3 lead. The difference in this game right now, the 5-run fourth inning, during which the Lakers sent 10 batters to the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Pulled foul up the first base line. And remember, those of you, if you're outside of the Chicago area, throughout the United States, spring ahead time tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. Move those clocks forward as we move to daylight saving time. Swinging a pop foul back behind home plate. So here in the Chicago area, the sun will set now right around, tomorrow night right around 6:58, 7 o'clock. One ball, 2 strikes here. Bryn Dvorak awaits on deck. 2 out, nobody on here in the Lakers' 6th inning. There's a swing and a tapper foul left of home plate, so the at-bat continues. So 1-2 for Pearson. Lengthy at-bat here, the pitch. Check swing. Low line drive caught just above the ground at third base for the out. That was a rocket, but right at third, and that'll end the inning. Good contact there, but it's an out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left for the Lakers. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score: Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3. This is Roosevelt University softball.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it is a 7-3 Roosevelt lead. And Josie Weefer to lead it off now here for Thomas More. It'll be Weefer, Kent, and Greenwell due up now for the Saints as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Rebecca Urbanek in the circle trying to preserve a 4-run lead. First pitch is in there. Called strike 0-1. Weefer has flied out twice to left field and center field. Here's the 0-1. A little bit high, 1-1 We mentioned the great main facility they're playing at the USSSA Space Coast Complex. It's the main stadium, known as the Fast Pitch Stadium. It has a video board beyond right field, great seating. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2 strikes. Called a game at that very facility when the Lakers were there 2 years ago. They didn't play there last year in that facility. There's a swing and a pop-up. That ball has some carry to it toward right field, and the catch was made, I believe. Let's see, Pearson and Ella Dvorak converged right at where the point the ball was caught. And full disclosure, I don't believe, I'm not sure who caught the ball. I think it was a fly out to center. Either way, 1 out in the inning. Here now is Emma Kent. Kent has lined to center and singled today. First pitch, a heater, missing inside 1-0. Sounds like a motorcycle roaring by. The main road going into the complex is just beyond the parking lot, which is just beyond center field. Swinging a foul back. So 1-1 now here for Emma Kent. Right-handed batter. Back into the batter's box. And actually now it looks like we have a pinch hitter here. And there's a swing and a fly ball, fairly deep left field, back toward the track, toward the fence, toward the corner, and that'll be a foul ball. So pinch hitting here is Maeve Fink, 5'6", catcher and infielder from Cincinnati, Ohio. There are now 2 strikes, 1-2 strikes the count here to Fink. Swinging here and a 2-hopper directly at second, throw to first, and a quick second out there. 2-way in the inning. And now Anna Greenwell's spot in the order comes up, and Greenwell will bat. Greenwell will bat with 2 out, nobody on base. 7-3 Roosevelt the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Winding the pitch. First pitch swinging, popped up behind second base, called for at second. The out is recorded, and that'll end the inning. Greenwell pops to second, and the inning is over. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the final regulation frame of this game with a score. Roosevelt 7 and Thomas More 3 as you're tuned to Roosevelt University softball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when
All right, we'll come out of that break now, and we are going to get ready to go here for the top of the 7th inning. With the Lakers a 7-3 lead as we head to the final regulation inning of this ball game. And it'll be Brynda Voracek leading it off here now for the Lakers. As we go, top of 7. Lights now starting to take effect at the Fast Pitch Stadium. First pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes here to Brynda Voracek. Dvorak, right-handed batter, stands in. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Started to swing, held up, and the pitch came in a little bit high. 2-0. Dvorak today has popped out twice to short and singled. Singled back in the 4th and was left on base there back in inning number 4. That's when the Lakers tossed up 5 onto the board. There's a heater in there. Inner half called strike, 2-1 now. It'll be Brynda Voracek, Bianca Gallegos, and then Rebecca Urbanek here for the Lakers. The wind and the delivery. Top toward third, 2-hopper. Glove nicely there near the bag at third. Throw across the diamond, and there's 1 out in the inning. So 1 away, and Bianca Gallegos due up as we play here in the Lakers' 6th inning. Bianca has reached on an air, walked, and grounded out and scored twice here in this game. First pitch up in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Up and out of the zone, to be more accurate. 1-0 the count. Gallegos, left-handed batter, waits, and the pitch. Chopper, 2-hopper to second again. Throw to first base, and it'll be a second out there recorded on the 4-3 putout. 2 away in the inning, and here is Rebecca Urbanek. Urbanek has a double, a single, and a fly out to center, and has scored twice. Batting here, 2 out, nobody on base. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Looking ahead to the Thomas More 7th, 9-1-2 in the order due up. That'll be Johnson, Cromer, and Fagan. The pitch. Fastball down and in. While I was reading the upcoming batters, I'd forgotten what the result of the first pitch was. I believe it is 2-0. The wind and the delivery. This is ripped and in between third and short for a solid single to straightaway left field, and the inning continues for the Lakers. So a 2-out single, and now it will be Angelina Diaz batting again. Diaz 0 for 1 since coming in for Libby Krakis behind the plate. Diaz grounded a shortstop first time up. You can see the lights now starting to take more of a strong effect. There's a swing and a foul back out of play, 0-1, as dusk is approaching in Florida. Still bright sunlight here outside of our remote broadcast location in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Not bad a day here either. Temperature topping out around 50 degrees under bright sunny skies. Spring in the air, swinging a line drive, 1-hopper caught at short. Nope, that was in the air for the line out to shortstop, and that'll end the inning. So a hard hit ball there, but it was a line out, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And if it's a quick 7th inning, that next game may get underway on time. As we head bottom 7, the score, Roosevelt 7, Thomas More 3. This is Roosevelt University softball.
A third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
So here we go. Lakers are 3 outs away from a win. They've had a good week so far in Florida. Looking to get their 6th win in their first 9 games in the Sunshine State. Addison Johnson to lead it off here for Thomas More. Righty versus lefty matchup. And the first pitch, pop foul, back of home plate, 0-1 here for Johnson. Johnson has reached on an air, walked, and grounded out to shortstop. So we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lakers looking to finish out this game. And Rebecca Urbanek looking for a complete game victory here in the circle today. Swinging a 2-hopper to Pamela Penn at third. Throws and pulled Dvorak off the bag, and so Johnson is safe at first base. E5 in the scoring. That is the 3rd error unofficially of the game for the Lakers. Back to the top of the order, and here is Logan Cromer. Taking the first pitch, a little bit low, 1-0. Cromer has a single, a ground out, and a line out to center field. So she's 1 for 3 with a run scored. 1 on, nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. There's a swing and a foul left side out of play. Makes the count a ball and a strike. Urbanek now back on the pitching rubber. Trying to close this ball game out. Time called. Cromer back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Moves up in the box, swings and pops it foul left side. So 1-2 now. One and two for Cromer. Hails from Hilliard, Ohio. Next pitch down and away. Good stop behind the plate there by Diaz. And the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A lot of chatter right now coming from the Thomas More bench, trying to encourage the hitter here. There's a swing and a foul tip, and was it a swing and miss? Cromer is kind of trotting toward the first base box, and now it looks like, will she come back to the plate, or was it a strikeout? It was the latter. Now a little bit of a discussion here going on. So 1 away in the inning on an apparent strikeout. And now Emma Fagan to the plate. Fagan is 0 for 3, having reached on an error in the first inning. Taking the first pitch, looked like a little bit low and away. Fagan reached on an error in the first inning, flied to left in the second, and flied to center back in the fifth. On that first pitch now, runner taking second base. So runner in scoring position. Chopper towards short on a 2-hopper. Throw to first base in time. Runner now heading to third after the throw across the diamond, and the runner in safely. So Johnson goes to third, but they're now 2 down in the inning, and the Lakers are an out away from a win. That'll bring it up and leave it up now to Ashlyn Elby, who will bat here. She is a fielder's choice, a pop out to third, and a pop out to first, rather, and a pop out to third. First pitch here. And that'll be in for a called strike, 0-1. Lakers looking to go 6-3 for the week in Florida. No balls and a strike. Runner at third, 7-3. Roosevelt the lead, bottom of the seventh. Two-way and a floater in there for a called strike. And the Lakers now a strike away. No balls and 2 strikes. If this game ends right here, we'll leave the air right away to get ready for our next broadcast, which is scheduled to begin in about 22 minutes. Next pitch bouncing in front of the plate, and the inning continues at 1-2. Our great thanks, as always, again to the USSSA Space Coast Complex for the video stream. And our thanks to all of you for tuning in. Been a good ball game here this afternoon. The wind and the 1-2 lofted in the air, short left field coming on, and that'll drop in for a base hit, and the run will score. And that makes it now a 7-4 ball game. One more base runner would bring the tying run to the plate now. So Johnson scores from third. She barely touched the plate, was keeping an eye on that. Emily Alfin now due up here. RBI single for Elba. Her first RBI of the game. Runner at first base, 2 away in the inning for Emily Alfin, who was the key to that first inning 3-run rally for Thomas More with that bases-clearing 3-run double back in the opening frame. Alfin, right-handed batter, awaits. So a 7-4 ball game. Riley Sarnecki checks the wristband, and now Alfin steps out of the batter's box. Time called. Alfin back into the batter's box. Back foot just inside the back line of the box. Swings away here, popped up left side out of play, 0-1. When it came off the bat, I thought maybe Athena Pomeli-Penn at third would have a chance to get to it, but not the case. So no balls and a strike. Alfin back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Off speed, taken low. So now a ball and a strike here to the Thomas More cleanup hitter. The 1-1. Strike on the inner half. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Lakers again 1 strike away from their 5th win of the week. It would assure a winning record for the week in Florida. Swinging a topper foul left of home plate. We'll try it again at 1-2. Lakers came in at 5-3 for the week, so a pair of losses would have brought them back to 500. They can avoid that with 1 more strike. Here's the delivery. Swung in a foul ball deep down the left field line, but pulled well foul near the corner. And the at-bat continues. So 1-2 for Emily Alfin. Good battle here. Alfin trying to keep the game alive for the Saints. Long look in for the sign. And now the pitch. Fouled back, and the at-bat will continue on. Well, just from a hitting point of view, it's always good to see when players are able to swing away and get just a piece of it to keep an at-bat alive. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball, deep left center field. Playable here. Pearson is there, makes the catch, and that'll end the ball game. And the Lakers allow a run here in the 7th, but they preserve the lead, and they win the ball game by a final of 7-4. All right, that'll wrap it up here. We're due back on the air shortly at around the top of the hour, so we hope you'll join us then. Might be a little bit late, as the Lakers will play Tiffin University's Dragons. Final again, 7-4. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you'll join us again. 1 more on the way, hopefully. And we hope to see you right around the top of the hour. Until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, we wish you all a very pleasant good evening.